The charges against Jussie Smollett may have been dropped, but that doesn't mean the chatter on social media has. After news broke that Chicago prosecutors dropped all 16 criminal charges against the Empire star, the internet was even more confused. Thankfully, HipHollywood enlisted some help from criminal defense attorney Justin Palmer to help us break down the facts and the fiction.
It didn't strike me as a plea deal. The articles that I read indicated that the prosecutor had dropped the charges. Since there was no real crime to the community, and there was no real community damage, it didn't really make sense moving forward. I think it's a little uncharacteristic for what I have seen and of what I know, but it didn't appear to me to be a brokered deal. Based on what I've seen, there is some information that certainly is questionable. Does it rise to the level of criminal conduct? I'm not sure necessarily, because what strikes me about this information is there are no real winners, even though he received a dismissal. But I wouldn't use those labels to say that he is guilty or not guilty, no. It varies from crime to crime. There have been times where I've represented folks in my criminal defense practice where I asked them to do community service as a means to foster and encourage resolution in some way, shape, or form. I'm not familiar with why Jussie did it. I suspect that went into the lawyer's pitch about why a dismissal was warranted in that case. If the people who were making decisions in Chicago's police department, if they really felt the public backlash about murders in their community, I think that they felt like this was a platform on which they could say, hey, look, we're really tough on crime and we're taking care of our own. And so I respect the sentiment, but at the end of the day, if they realize that this person had already suffered enough, I also respect that decision too. Prosecutorial judgment. You know, the report as written goes to the DA, and then the DA makes a decision as to who to charge on 3. So if the 2 other people were revealed in that document, or supplemental reports were written off that document that implicated the 2 people, then the DA had a decision to make about who to charge and when to charge. The short answer to that question is yes. If in their judgment they believe that a federal crime was committed, a federal hate crime, for instance, wire fraud. I know there was some talk about some money being sent from Jussie to the 2 people. If that instrument was transmitted through any fraudulent means or he lied about why he was sending the money, then yes.